And we are live on YouTube. Good afternoon, my YouTube friends and followers. Sunday afternoon, and I wanted to take the opportunity to. I'm actually going to do two consecutive videos today. The first one that you will hear is a friend of mine gave me last week. Gave me an artificial intelligence magazine, and because he and I talk about it virtually every day, and he has his thoughts about it. He's actually pays to use his artificial intelligence. He uses the chat GBT platform uh, and pays for it. And at the end of the conversation, I am going to share something that just happened yesterday with Bruce's use of AI intelligence. And it was unbelievable. I watched it happen. I was actually a part of making it happen. So here we go. Uh, it was it was in early 2024 where I started to talk about uh, AI, and my initial conversations were with generative AI, and that was probably about 8 months ago when I first started doing it. And I wanted to share a uh, quotation from a magazine back then, or maybe it was online. I don't actually remember, but it was one of the great issues with early generative AI, though, isn't actually with the generative AI platform itself, but the humans using it. How so very true. And that is not going to change anytime soon. That will not change at all, because it's going to be interesting to see how our lives evolve as more aspects of AI. It's not, we don't call it generative AI anymore. Well, some people still do, but uh, there are millions of folks doing things with AI, millions, and are generating internet pages, creating new businesses, improving existing ones. And then we're going to talk about each one of the, not each one, we're going to talk about many of the applications, at least the applications from the magazine that caught my attention and something that I could relate to personally. So that was the humans using it. And there was a second quotation. Generative AI is limited to the data it is trained on, and thus relies heavily on the quality of said data. Well, I said it back then, and reaffirm and validate it right now, because it is all based upon the data. And I want to stop and talk about that aspect and see how it has impacted me personally, and the decisions that I had to make with uh, an understanding of the data that it was available to me. I uh, first I did my first YouTube uh, literally 17 years ago. And I just read yesterday or today that YouTube is now celebrating its 20th anniversary. So that means I was there in the third year of YouTube. And I subsequently have produced and published right now. It has to be in excess of 3,000 hours of YouTube's with the um, uh, theme of entrepreneurship, small business, with specific focus on marketing and sales, which is my expertise. Uh, so it's it's played a it's played. I had a conversation. I remember it with my friend Barbara Weltman. Uh, Barbara was with me 17 years ago. Well, we did a YouTube 17 years ago, our first one, and uh, subsequent to that, we have done approaching 100 YouTubes that we have done. If you go to my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com at David F. Leopold, you'll be taken to the page. And then you can see um, there's 4 different tabs. Um, I'm pretty sure that Barbara's probably in 3 of the 4 tabs for all the different conversations. And actually, I read something yesterday, and I'm going to be asking Barbara to do another conversation on another book that she has just published, the second edition of a book that she and I originally had a conversation with probably around April of 2020. So 5 years ago, we had that conversation. It'll be time to have an updated one to see where things are. So that's a big overview of me and artificial intelligence. This is the magazine that my friend gave me, my friend Bruce gave me, Put AI to Work for You. Slash your bills and find killer investments. Free up time to focus on what matters. Cut your workload in half. My goodness, how do we get going? Get healthier and stress a lot less. How benefit teaches us to stress a lot less. We can Uh, real quickly to give a broad stroke of what AI really is. It is machine learning, big machine learning. So all the various data that is available in cyberspace, an algorithm is applied to that data, and an expanded uh, thinking is written down. It can be recorded. It can be whatever. I've I've written a lot of it down, and it's amazing to me. Now, I had to make the decision that I was going to use the Google AI very simply because I 99% of all the data that I have created in the last 17 years, they are on Google servers, YouTube servers, same as Google servers somewhere. And so when I ask a question, I will get, I ask the question, well, if Small Biz David, that's me, asks the question, whatever it might be, what would what would be a conversation that could be shared? That's how I've been using it today. And the reason I have to use Google is that uh, I want to protect I want to protect all the information that I have spent the last 17 years creating. And my only way to protect it is if I was going to do AI, and everybody has to get into some aspect of it. And I'm going to read different aspects for you because it's, well, it says the revolution is here. It certainly is. So the table of contents, I'm not going to really go through. I'm just going to go through the magazine because I did um, uh, have some things I want to share. The very first, the introduction, the introductory page, I'd like to actually read a little bit with you, for you. Live smarter, not harder. I agree with that statement. The AI era is upon us. In fact, it has already begun. Time to put this transformative technology to work in your life. Artificial intelligence, AI, isn't the future. It's very much here and now. And George Jetson, for any of you old enough to remember George, oh, baby boomers are for sure. Uh, George Jetson, way back 60 years ago, longer, uh, was into that transformation, and I am absolutely sure. And I'd like to see some old some old shows to see where statements that were being made back then, how appropriate are they to what's happening in our world today. Just try to find someone who's never interacted with an AI powered voice assistant like Siri, Alexa, or Google Assistant. Well, let me stop there for a moment. I talked to Siri, which is Apple's AI voice, mine, assistant, every day, several times a day, on various things that I've been doing for a long time, for as long as I've had my iPhone. Alexa on Amazon. I actually use Alexa religiously for probably about 3 years, and then I had to step away from Amazon.com technology, and so uh, I didn't want to. Well, I haven't used Alexa probably in 5 years. And then Google Assistant. I don't use Google Assistant all that much. I should use it. Well, I absolutely am going to use it more than I do, because now when I use Google Assistants, it will give me the AI intelligence application for what it is that I'm looking for. So I absolutely will start using Google Assistants more. Handy digital companions that uh, time our runs, manage our schedules, and more. And that's just the interactive face of it. Behind the scenes, it is quietly transforming everything. For all its presence, and of course, with presence, there will be peril. You can already leverage AI in hundreds of uses ways. So let's start looking at some of those applications. Uh, Home management. Tired of busy work making home ownership feel like a never-ending chore? AI to the rescue. Absolutely, positively embrace AI any way you can that will help home management, because the day is coming, absolutely coming, when robots back from the George Jetson days are going to be doing the tasks that you and I do not necessarily have to do. A robot can do it. And that is, wow, it's happening. A year ago, I was in Columbus visiting my family, and I watched robots crossing the streets to deliver pizzas. they they were robots, and I said, "Whoa!" But yes, embrace it any way you can. And here's the real strong takeaway. I received from whoever. I don't even know who wrote this. I don't know that they're. I saw. I did not see who to give credit for it. Well, it's to the magazine. That is interesting. So it's not an individual. So maybe it was AI generated. Not maybe. Home management. The most compelling statement that I found in the section was, um, artificial intelligence is giving average people pro level control. And remember, we're talking about home management. We're definitely not talking about what's going on in Washington, but we have the opportunity to control our own destinies, with the best applications of AI. intelligence, artificial intelligence. So my recommendation is anytime you can bring it into your home, do. Let there be light. Of course, it's wow. Make your house smart was the next section. I'm tired of living in stupid house. No, I've never lived. Well, I have lived in a house, but mostly apartments in my adult life. But I suppose I could make the apartment smarter too. Make your house smart. Well, this is the second floor of a house, so I'm going to make it smart. What do I got to do? Welcome to a new era of convenience with AI powered lighting, cleaning, smart beds. You mean I've been sleeping on a stupid bed all these years? And much more. I know where that's going to go. Uh, we'll take it in a second. Why am I personally recommending that you embrace AI into your homes to manage aspects of your home, uh, so you can go out and play while the robots are doing what needs to be done. Uh, it embracing it, and I've seen it in my life, uh, in business, that time efficiencies are going to be created. I am always looking for time efficiencies, not only in the business, uh, but also in my personal life. And I try new things all the time. I guess it's my artificial intelligence that tells me to do something new that I haven't done before. I sure it's my artificial intelligence. Okay, so let there be light. Our the lighting in our home is going to be controlled, and to control the power it takes to run those lights, that will be um, uh, controlled. Good stuff. Eliminate messes easily. Yes, eliminate the mess. Eliminate the mess on my desk. Well, I do. I have eliminated a lot of the mess on my desk as I say that. A tremendous amount. It wasn't artificial intelligence, it was my own. Keep plants alive. I don't pay attention myself. I used to have lots of plants. I don't anymore. But I would have welcomed the opportunity to help keep my green plants alive. Uh, well, here's one that I'm doing without, I'm doing it with my own uh, artificial intelligence, and that's say goodbye to back pain. Uh, as we get older, our bones get older. We've done certain things to our bones over the years, like running 10 miles a day for 3 years. And accumulating over 10,000 miles of running. We do those kind of stupid things to our bones. And as they get old, uh, and softer, and that's when the arthritis comes into play. It's arthritis is actually the biggest medical thing that I deal with today. And I've got some serious issues going on, but it's artificial arthritis. Um, Interesting sidebar comment about that. About 7 years ago, my primary care physician was uh, looking at an X-ray, not necessarily for arthritis, but uh, Dr. Robert made the statement to me that, David, I don't think I've seen more arthritis in a body than I've seen in yours. As he's holding up the X-ray, and I said, well, quite honestly, and that was only 7 years ago. I said, quite honestly, I don't feel something. I feel it on my knees, but I don't feel it anywhere else in my body necessarily. Well, uh, Dr. Robert, who's not my doctor anymore, I am now feeling arthritis everywhere. All the arthritis that you were talking about back then, I'm feeling now. So I'm doing different things to deal with it, and uh, uh, I've been real fortunate with the lower back pain. My my arthritis is mostly coming from different areas than my lower back, but I do a lot of things uh, that I've learned to do and tried and experimented with so that I could be more comfortable and not writhe in pain all the time. So it was embrace it for those reasons. Uh, they have a picture here, a picture. AI enabled cameras can offer insights into pets' health. And boy, look at this! Look at the AI! Look at the AI that pet is getting. Some kind of voice commands. Give your pets the best. The magazine says this one's carrying his AI wherever he goes. Breathe like a boss. Yes, those things will happen. The next gen kitchen. I spend a great deal of my time in the kitchen, uh, and a lot of time. As a single event, I probably spend more time in the kitchen than I get sleeping. But it's a close. They're close. At any rate, it was kind of fun because that things could happen. Your appliances could run more efficiently. Actually, you could voice command your appliance to start doing whatever you needed to do. So it will take all the fun out of the things that you do in the kitchen. But it was interesting to me because a graphic that they used was that uh, I've always called them egg in a hole. They uh, have all different kinds of names, and I've been doing that for a long time. Wow, I've been doing it for at least 15 years, or for the better part of 15 years. Uh, Whenever I'm visiting with my children, one one set of my children, the parents always request, and I make grandpa toast for my granddaughters. Uh, their parents always want an egg in the hole. So I found that interesting that in the next generation kitchen, we will still have an egg in the hole. Yay! Oh, here we go. Slash all your bills. Smarter tech can increase efficiency and help you snatch up significant savings on nearly every monthly cost. Um, I'm going to move very quickly uh, uh, through the rest of the magazine because I've been talking enough. But my comment I wrote in red ink, as you realize uh, all this conversation that they were having, saving money with smarter meters, level up with smart rule. We're seeing it day to day, every day with our friend Elon. Uh, I use that term very loosely, friend. It's not my friend, anyways. But uh, he's he's got a lot invested in technology, and the United States government. Uh, I think he has about $15 billion of government assistance. So yes, he is going to do everything he can do to protect his investment in the technology. But it's happening right now, and well, another kind of sad sidebar to that, Elon Musk's SpaceX project just this week exploded in air for the second consecutive time in a period of maybe 3 weeks, and it was Fortunately, it was not there were no folks in SpaceX. However, SpaceX is supposed to have soon, hopefully, two riders to outer space to go to the space station to go pick up the two astronauts, and I don't remember their names, who have been out there now a couple months longer than they were supposed to be because their ride back to the Earth, something happened. So they're stranded in space, and SpaceX is supposed to go and help them out, and they're okay. And I've seen recent pictures of what's going on, but please bring them back to their homes and families. Implementing smart bulbs and AI powered lighting could save you $140 a year. I'm sure that's the case, and maybe more than that, depending upon the market where you reside. Um, and I made a note here: save money with predictive home maintenance. Yes, but at the same time that you are applying AI technology for that, the retailers like Home Depot and Lowe's, they're employing it, so they will remind you or send you and tell you to send them the money. However, that's going to work for whatever it is they know that you need because you bought it from them whenever. So that will be very, very interesting to see how that all shakes out. But it is happening. Okay, the secure your world. Here's a bad guy stealing your Amazon packages. No, I don't know whose package there. Integrated smart locks, audiovisual doorbells in play now. Remote security controls in play now. Other next gen safety solutions. Take advantage of every safety solution you can. But keep in mind, as I just said about the retailers keeping you in mind as you keep the needs of your home in mind, the hackers are going to be doing the same thing. So all I'm saying is trust your source of information. I've been saying that for 53 years in the publishing business that I've been in for the last 53 years. We will always have to trust the information, and to that end, if you follow me, you know that we are on a mission to publish and produce 10,000 marketing and sales value trust stories. Your stories, not mine. 10,000 of them, just to have in our YouTube library of video and Google servers of information. Uh, that's where it's all happening, and pay attention to it. Um, Trust your information. I haven't met many hackers that I can trust. You can trust that they're going to try to take down what's already been put in place. Or in another way of looking at it, the hacker is just looking for their application of the technology. I'm telling you, it's absolute craziness in Facebook with all the different things going on and all the algorithms and the backdoor, how Mark makes the Zuck makes it very easy for you to get in the front door and do things in the front door. He only lets people who pay very, very high prices, making him, I think I read this week that he's the third wealthiest person in the world, behind Elon, Jeff Bezos at Amazon, and I think number 3 is Mark Zuckerberg, all over multi-$100 billion. Yes, You heard me right. It's not about millionaires. Well, it is about millionaires, but it's really about billionaires. And I believe that Elon will be the first, either he or Jeff Bezos, one of the two of them, will be the first trillionaire ever recorded. Embrace technology to the best of your abilities. Voice activated living. um, Siri, can you please find my keys for me and have the robot bring them over to me? Lost keys, voice command, tell Siri to go get the keys and bring them over to you. Lost. Control everything. Can you get your devices talking and put the Internet of Things to work for you today? If you don't know what the Internet of Things is, you can Google it or ask your favorite AI intelligence technology, artificial intelligence technology, um, about the Internet of Things. The Internet of Things has been around for at least 10 years. I know I've been talking about it, but here's something I need to read from the magazine. Can you fathom living in a world where your coffee maker brews your favorite blend the moment your moving alarm goes off? The thermostat adjusts itself based upon the weather forecast, and your fridge notifies you when you're out of milk. This interconnected web of smart devices and systems isn't a scene from a futuristic movie. It is not a George Jetson. It is happening, revolutionizing the way we interact with the world around us. There was a picture here. Oh, here's a graphic of the Internet of Things from your car. On the way home, you can activate things to happen that aren't programmed to do so. You're using some new artificial intelligence that you just found on the way home. Uh, and all your devices and everything is connected, and that's how decisions are made. Through apps and digital assistants, we can remotely command all of those Internet of Things devices. We're making ourselves robots. I've said that already, or George Jetson. And here's another thing: I do not have time to go in, and I want to do some more research, maybe some of my own AI research about Wi-Fi and how artificial intelligence is going to modify AI, Wi-Fi, make it better. Wi-Fi is most of the time trusted technology. Most of the time, there are one, two, three, four, five, six. There are 7, 8, 9, 10. There are at least 10 computers, and I'm calling a smartphone a computer, that are on this house's AI Wi-Fi, or not AI, is on this house's AI Wi-Fi, and things do not happen as they should all the time. Signals are lost. So the jury is always going to be out on Wi-Fi technology, although you need it. You have to have it to survive. Once again, I guess, who do you trust? Whose Wi-Fi do you trust? Personal improvement. I need all the help I can get, so I will never stop with the AI intelligence of what I need to do. But I don't think I'll ever have to be worrying about too many pull-ups anymore. Gone are the good old days. Stress less, yes. And why do you stress less? Basically, I've already said it, that time efficiencies are created so there's less stress in your life. Embrace any of that as you possibly can. The science of productivity, absolutely. Our lives will become more productive with our embracing of AI technology. There's no question about that. I have a little note to read this. Uh, Maybe this will be the last thing I read. The science of productivity. In our endless pursuit of perfect efficiency, the science of cognitive load theory can help us comprehend the limits of our brain's ability to process information. Imagine your mind as a slushy, wet computer, a sloshy, mine's slushy and sloshy, wet computer with a finite capacity for producing data. Overloading the system, that is to say, a cognitive load, can decrease performance and lead to burnout. I absolutely can attest to that. Therein lies the potential of AI, which functions as a cognitive sieve, filtering out extraneous data and takes uh, and tasks, and thereby reducing the strain uh, of our mental faculties. Yes, um, I've actually had smart medical devices in my own body. I have one right now that wasn't originals. That would be interesting to see if there's some new. Uh, I wouldn't want to know the high tech. I've had a medical device in my body for 30 years. Last December 23rd was 30 years, and um, it's a natural thing. It runs with the. It's not computerized at all. It's built into my heart. It's a valve built into my heart, made to work. And over the years, I don't think there's been much change to that technology. I'm wondering. Well, I would certainly demand trust on anything that I was reading that AI produced on cardiology, on the heart, on cardiovascular. Um, I pay very, very, very close attention to my heart. Uh, I have learned many phenomenal things, surprised my cardiologists with things I've learned and done with my heart. And I want to share those things with other people, not just baby boomers, but with everyone. Uh, what you can do from a cardiovascular approach to life. Because as I look back, and I was a victim of it myself, I began teaching, instructing artificial exercise classes 20 years ago. This is my 20th year since I got licensed. I'm not licensed anymore. I lost it during the pandemic. Didn't we lose so much during the pandemic? I lost my two licenses. I lost two licenses during the pandemic. I retained the knowledge, but I lost the licenses. So you'll have to trust me. But I would not. The information that I share, that I attempt to share, is something that I've already tried out myself, uh, tested myself, tried to perfect myself, and I'm just sharing that information with YouTube, Facebook today. Uh, Plan your world. AI will absolutely help you plan your world. Um, Immerse yourself. Games, the gamers. I have no idea where that's going to go with the gamers. They might be operating artificial intelligence. I guess they probably are. Social interaction and love. Oh my goodness, there is hope. Communicate. Uh, AI is around us. Embrace it any possible way that you can that will create efficiencies in your life, that will make your life more productive. Uh, I say, and this is me personally, from a creative aspect, I want my own intelligence to create the content, the aspect, whatever it is that we are sharing, not a machine. Not that a machine is the machine learning, it is. Uh, it accumulates all the data that's out there anyway. So it's something that should be explored. Uh, Definitely explore it and see how it's appropriate to you. Thank you for your time today. And as I said, this video will be the first video on this week's video email of David's baby boomer, whatever market, whatever community. This is a video email. If you would like to get a copy of that email, that lots of folks will send me an email to dleopold@davidsbarter.com. If you send me an email and say you would like, you have a question about something you heard, anything, email me. I will respond to the soon to be thousands of emails I get. I will respond to them. I promise you at some point. And I will. Until the last one. Okay, I will end this discussion. I forgot about this. Very, very practical application of AI that happened in this household yesterday. My friend Bruce was asked on Friday night. Bruce and I went to visit a friend in the hospital. Very serious problems in the hospital, but while we were there, the friend asked Bruce if he would be his power of attorney, so to speak, on health decisions. And Bruce, being the kind of person he is, and caring, and particularly caring about Robert, said, "Sure, I will." And then he went home and he thought about it, and he said to me, "I don't know what I'm supposed to do. What's the expectation if I am uh, power of attorney on medical decisions?" So what Bruce did diligently, he went home, went to his computer and did an AI. Um, uh, Here's what he put in to get healthcare power of attorney, questions to ask. That was what he entered into his chat GPT. Uh, and he got a page in one line, I think it was, of questions, general preferences, life-sustaining treatment that are particular to Robert's situation. So um, uh, he would know exactly what he needed to do if something needed to be done. And so last night in the hospital, Bruce asked Robert all of these questions, and there were about 20 of them. And as not good as Robert was probably feeling, he went through and with great articulation, answered all the 20 questions. And Bruce was taking notes, and then Bruce will type into his questions. He'll do an addition of the of Robert's response based upon the note that Bruce took. It was originally, the whole process system was originally driven because Bruce went home and asked his friendly AI technology, what am I supposed to do as power of attorney with making health decisions? It worked. It worked wonderfully well. It gets A++ for the effort. Thank you for your time. I hope to see you soon. If you have any questions about anything you've heard, or things that you haven't heard and want to hear, please send me an email, dleopold@davidsbarter.com. We'll see you soon. And remember how important it is to do what you love and love what you do. Enjoy the rest of your day.